What's going on, traders? I'm Devis from Trading with the Bulls, and on today's video, it's going to be similar to the video that we did previously with Euro NZD, except it's going to be with EURAUD. They're very similar pairs, and again, we're going to be going over our take profit, our entry, and our stop loss. We took this trade up to 80 pips, and again, same thing, a very short period of time, and we caught 145 pips on the previous trade, and now we added another 80 pips on this EURAUD trade. But before we do that, go ahead and drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment what Forex related topic you want to see me cover next. Alright, traders, so today we're going to be going over EURAUD, and it's going to be a similar entry to that Euro NZD trade that we took on the previous videos. They're very similar pairs to trade, and we do have very similar confirmations. Again, when we come down to, looking at your fundamentals, we did have all those news events on October 24th. We did get in the trade the previous day on that Wednesday, which was October 23rd. And of course, we had already analyzed these events that we had for the next day. So you always want to be prepared and mix in your fundamentals with your technical analysis. So let's switch back over to EURAUD. And again, we met that quarter theory level of 1.62500, and as you can see, I'm a big fan of those levels. I use them a lot to get a rough, almost like a rough analysis of my support and resistance levels, major support and resistance levels, which is going to be respected on higher time frames like the 4-hour, daily, and weekly. So again, every time we hit this level of support, which is around 1.6220, we do find some support here. Again, a second touch here, so let me go ahead and draw these out. So that first touch here, and we saw some support, and we did see bullish momentum take over. And again, a second touch here, and I decided to get in on this third touch when we did see some resistance to the downside. So again, on that daily close, all this bearish momentum to the downside, and you see how that bearish closed almost as a that daily candle closed almost as a doji. So let me go ahead and delete this trade real quick. Just delete that and zoom into the 4-hour. So like I said, top down analysis, daily, 4-hour, 2-hour. I've been saying it in the previous videos. Again, very important, top down analysis when analyzing your charts always. And I mean, this is clear, guys. We don't even have to go over this very too much. We can go over it briefly because again, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, all this rejection to the downside. Here you see a 4-hour big bullish pin bar, a little rejection here, but that just gave you another chance for an entry. Once we retested these levels here for in the 2-hour, you can even zoom in, you don't even have to see it. On the 2-hour, let me draw another circle just so you guys can see this real quick, and look how easily you can spot a nice head and shoulders on the support level on the smaller time frame. So just again, more confirmations for your buy. And as you can see, at around 11 o'clock p.m. we skyrocketed past that resistance level, found a little bit of support here. So again, gave you more chances to re-enter the market so you can scale in some trades like we talked in the previous videos, and again, go in for even more profit. And if we go ahead and just go back on our charts a little bit so we can pull that trade up again. Again, that golden 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio met. Of course, it says 1.99, but 2.0 basically. 1 to 2 risk, again, meaning that we risked 40 pips and we went ahead and closed at 80 pips, 79.6. So that's how you're going to stay in profit with that 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. And again, we hit it to the T before we saw some rejection. And on that Friday, it did come down a little bit. It looks like it found support again. So maybe for next week, we could look at hitting these levels once again. And if we do see the rejection that we want to see on the lower time frames, like maybe the 2-hour or the 1-hour, we can go in for another entry and buy that buy for maybe another 80 pips or 90 pips, however, whatever entry we get. So that's something that we might be looking at for next week. But for now, thanks for tuning in, traders. Don't forget to comment what topic you want me to cover next. Hit subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next trade.